Hello and welcome to the RotoWire Esports Show. My name is Ethan Sexton, and joining me, as always, is DFS Chan. Chan, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you, Ethan?
Pretty good. Made it out alive this morning, just barely. Was really heavy on JDG, which didn't work out too well. I really thought that they would come through. I thought they're the better team. We said we liked both sides of that matchup, and LGD ended up pulling it out. My heaviness on JDG kind of made it not that good a day, but I cashed with a JDG lineup. So I made my money back at least. So made it out alive, but could have been a lot better. I think today's slate was a lot of fun, though, actually. These five gamers we don't get them that often. They're pretty great. And then the matchups today were just phenomenal for the most part.
Yeah, they were, and they were really good games. And the LPL, this summer split is loaded with a lot of good teams, in my opinion. I mean, LNG and LGD are now surging up the standings. And those top teams, traditional top teams like JDG and EDG and RNG, those teams, better watch out. And I think the rest of the split, I think the competition level in the LPL has evened out a little bit. So there's not going to be any more, negative 3,000 or negative 5,000, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of closer games throughout the rest of the split. So I think it's going to make for a good GPP slates, a lot of good GPP slates for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. It's been fun. Man, all the matchups were pretty fun this morning, honestly. I don't know. I mean, LGD with the upset, we liked that for DFS for whoever won, and LGD and LNG ended up being, at least for the contest I was in, the optimal lineup was LNG, LGD, double underdog. So I didn't end up there. The stupid thing, Chan, is I'm pretty sure yesterday I made three lineups, and I'm pretty sure I made one LGD, LNG, and then I think I changed it. So I don't think I had the right combination anyway with Kramer at captain. I think I went double mid, so I wouldn't have got a takedown anyway, I don't think. But that was a little disheartening. But that was a lot of fun. I mean, all those matchups we thought could go either way. LNG end up sweeping RNG. RNG still looking a little rough here, coming back from MSI. And Suning with the sweep over BLG was a good one for Suning. Kind of sticking with their theme of being able to take care of the teams below them. Yeah,
BLG is now has gone down on my power rankings. I mean, the first game was actually really, really close. I mean, BLG was winning, and they were actually ahead in gold until the end. They were winning, and then I think the last team fight actually decided the game, and it was a low kill game, both games. And then in game two, that game was decided within the first 5 to 10 minutes, really. I mean, BLG it looks like they were kind of upset and tilted, and they lost the first couple, invades by Suning, and it was 9-1, I think, within the first 10 minutes. So really, we can't really judge the team based on that, but I feel like their mentality right now is really bad. So, and that's really important in the best of 3 series like the LPL. So, Suning, they came through, but I feel like this was not a good game to judge them on because I didn't really see that much in them. So, but like you said, I feel like now the BLG is below the Suning, on my power ranking. So I think Suning, took care of business, just like you said, on bad teams.
Yep, for sure. And then the LCK, Hanwha Life, they finally got their first win. It was close, 2-1 over Fred at Breon. They finally got their first win of the split, though. I think the interesting thing about that one was Chovy played more of a supportive role kind of in this one, which is not always what we expect to see. But it ended up working out for them. They got their first win. I think actually your boy Doo ended up with the most kills on the team. Wasn't really a very good series for DFS. But yeah, I think Hanwha Life's still a little suspect going forward.
Yeah, they are. I think they're going to miss the playoffs this year or this split. And Breon look good at times, but they're also, to me, I feel like they still have a lot of issues around objectives. And team fights, and I feel like their individual skills aren't as great as some of the Hanwha Life's players as well today.
Yep.
Yeah, Dudu, I criticized him a lot the last couple of games he played in, but he played well today, so I'll give him props. But the difference, in my opinion, was the jungler. I mean, Arthur started for that team this series instead of Johan, and he played really well. He controlled the jungle against Umti on Brion, and yeah, I mean, I feel like that was the difference maker, and he helped out a lot in the top lane. He camped a lot of the top laners, top laning there. So for the whole series. And so, yeah, I think Duda played well, but I think Arthur was the difference in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, maybe that's the difference maker that they needed. So moving forward, I assume that, I presume that Arthur's going to start the next series. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, but even now with Arthur and Dudu, I feel like they play a little slower on the slower side. So, I mean, that kill upside for DFS purposes for Hano has gone down, in my opinion. So, but for what it's worth, I mean, they're winning as a team, so I guess that's more important for them. So.
Yeah, for sure. And then the second or the first LCK series was the really craziest upset of the slate, in my opinion. You called it yesterday a trap game, and it turned out to be exactly that. I guess Sandbox are only going to win when I'm not interested in playing them, which sucks for me because I gave them so much faith in the spring split, and they let me down so many times, and now I'm just not playing them when they get these huge upsets. But T1, man, we were really confident in them coming into the slate. They started strong, and now they're right back to where they were in the spring, where we can't trust them.
Yeah, I agree. Sandbox play pretty well. Like I said, they play when they play with confidence, they play well. But T1, I think, yeah, I mean, like I said yesterday, trap game, but I mean, still, like, it was bad. I think they only had one kill in the second game. So that's really bad as a team. And yeah, I mean, and then the next game that Sandbox is against Gen G. In my opinion, probably, the best team right now in the LCK. So we'll see how that goes. But that might, I'll talk on the next slate when they're on. But, I think that might be a good game to, bet on Sandbox as well again. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to check up on that next time they play. Of course, the LCK isn't back until Wednesday, so we've got, unfortunately, just a 2-gamer tomorrow, so today's video will be a little shorter and sweeter. Let's jump right into tomorrow. We've got OMG, newly minted great team OMG, apparently, going up against Rogue Warriors, and then in Game 2, we've got Ultra Prime against Invictus Gaming. OMG are the most expensive plays on the slate, with IG kind of faltering, OMG coming off 2 big upset wins over top-level teams, and Rogue Warriors probably being the worst team on the slate. I mean, in my head, this looks like probably OMG should win. We've talked many times about not really liking this Rogue Warriors lineup. Maybe if they brought Haro in, we would feel a little better. I do like that they're starting Zwuji and Chocho because I like that combination better than Betty and Kaishuan, or God, I butchered his name, but you know who I mean. So I like that for Rogue Warriors. I wish they were starting Haro over Ice Coke. Do you see an upset here, or do you think it's just going to be OMG pretty comfortably winning?
I do think OMG will likely win and should win. They've been playing really well. They've been beating some good teams. But at the same time, Rogue Warriors, like you said, I really like Chocho at support. Kaishuan hasn't been that impressive to me. So I like that substitution, and I like their chances to upset OMG with Chocho more. So now I feel like this is the nugget of the day for me, at least. I mean, this is how I approach it. I feel like a lot of the DFS players on this slate, they're going to play either Ultra Prime or Invictus Gaming as a GPP play. But in my opinion, just the fact that OMG and Rogue Warriors game is going to be really, really high in kills. And we talk about this a lot about OMG whenever they're on the slate. They produce a lot of kills or they give up a lot of deaths. So that game, and Rogue Warriors in the last series has given up so many kills in their series respectively. So I feel like no matter how you see what the winner's gonna be from the OMG and Rogue Warriors, I think that's just gonna be the most bloody matchup. So I'm gonna probably play the GPP lineup with using Rogue Warriors just based on that fact.
Yeah,
but yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I like Rogue Warriors for GPPs a lot as well because they're going to be the lowest owned team. And we talk about on these two game slates, I mean, there's so many duplicate lineups. I'd almost rather just get on the team that's going to give me the most leverage, and I think that's Rogue Warriors tomorrow. OMG I think we both agree that we think OMG will win, but despite OMG winning their last 2 games against 2 pretty good teams, legit wins for OMG, I'm still not fully sold on OMG being a good team, so this could be a banana peel game for them. And Rogue Warriors gives you that leverage, so I think I really like Rogue Warriors for GPP as well.
Me too. And then I guess the last point I'll make is that I would use a long stack from either OMG or Rogue Warriors based on that fact. So I just really, I mean, I'm very sure that this matchup is going to outscore that Ultra Prime and IG matchup. So that's probably how I'm going to approach it. Now, the players to focus, in my opinion, for OMG has been Aki and Abel and Cold. Abel, I think in the last series, went 13-0 or 14-0 at one game. So yep. I think if that's an indication, I mean, obviously you have to roster Abel. So I like that a lot. And then Rogue Warriors, Ice Coke has still been playing really well. There's a reason why Haru's still on the bench. So I like Ice Coke. He has a very high kill participation percentage. And then Wuji, I like that with Chocho. I think he's going to get a little bump in terms of the kill share and kill participation with Chocho around. So
yep, I agree with you there. Let's move on to the second game of the day. IG going up against Ultra Prime. IG are favorites in this matchup, but we talk about it all the time. IG are scary when they're favorites.
Right.
Do you think a lot of people will be on Ultra Prime though, because IG really have looked pretty shaky? Should mention that IG are bringing in Puff and Baolan in the bottom lane to start tomorrow, while Ultra Prime is going to bring back Xiao Kabao to start for Irma in the mid lane, which I think is probably an upgrade there. Puff and Baolan, I think I like Wink more than Puff, but I might like Baolan more than Lucas, so it's kind of like, I don't know, one good thing, one bad thing. How do you feel about this matchup? It's a tough one to call.
Yeah, I mean, that bottom lane for IG has been a mess. I mean, since the beginning of this entire season, even before the spring split. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I feel like Wink, I mean, I like Wink better than Puff too. So, but Puff is starting. And then I like Baolan too. I mean, I feel like Baolan and Lucas are similar in my opinion. So, but yeah, I just feel like that's a downgrade in my opinion, whether it's, significant. I mean, I don't think it's significant downgrade, but, and, then he's still starting at the top lane. The Shy hasn't been, cleared yet to play. So, and then, yeah, on the other side, Ultra Prime, Xiao Bao, I think that's an upgrade. I mean, Irma has been, it's not the best mid laner. So Xiao Bao played really well in their first series when he started. So I like that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, IG, like you said, when they're a favorite, they tend to struggle a little bit for some reason. And Ultra Prime has shown in certain spots that they can compete. So, but if I had to choose, if I had to make a prediction, I might go Ultra Prime, actually. So I feel like, there are going to be a lot of leverages here. Just talking about, I mean, I feel like OMG is going to win, but I might play Rogue Warrior. So I might just end up fading IG on this slate if I think Ultra Prime's going to win. So that might be a risky approach. I'm going to have a lot of salary left on my TK roster for sure. But yeah, so that's how I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I mean, IG, they started the season strong. And then all of a sudden they've just been back to their old ways of just not being very good, and certainly not being like a team that we can have confidence in playing, right? So, they beat Suning on the first day of the slate, I think it was, and then since then they've got swept by EDG and lost 2-1 to OMG. So it's just, it makes it tough. But I think maybe Rogue Warriors IG is the lowest owned combo tomorrow potentially. So maybe that's where I end up going in GPPs just to try to be different, even though I'm not very confident in either team.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a chalky slate. I mean, some of the two game slates that we played before are chalky, but
yep.
I think it's gonna be ownership's gonna be spread out a lot. I mean, IG people like to play IG, but those people also get disappointed a lot by IG. So yeah, Whenever you have OMG as the biggest favorite on the slate, I mean, that's when you know it's not going to be a chalky slate, and that's when you know it's going to be a good GPP slate. So,
Right.
But like you said, I mean, I don't fully trust OMG at this point still. And Rogue Warriors has shown that, I mean, they can, win team fights and stuff. I mean, they're not very good around objectives, but OMG is also the kind of team where their win condition is tied to team fights. So, I mean, that naturally produces a lot of kill upside there, but also at the same time, that's not the best winning strategy in my opinion in League of Legends. So, because anything can happen in a 5v5 team fights where somebody gets caught. So, I like that volatility for OMG, so that maybe Rogue Warriors would be a good GPP play, like you said.
Yep. Yeah, I think just the leverage alone makes them viable for GPPs because they should be the lowest owned team, I would think. But yeah, it's definitely not a 2-game slate where I'd recommend playing cash games, that's for sure. So yeah. I'm going to avoid those. But yeah, Chan, anything else you wanted to talk about for tomorrow before we go? It's just a 2-gamer, so a little shorter and sweeter today, but that's all right.
Yeah, 2 gamers. And if I were to focus players on IG, I would focus on Zune and Rookie. Obviously, those, 2 have been really good. And Nenny at the top lane, he's been actually participating in kills a lot. So the top lane and the jungle and the mid, Rookie obviously is the best player of that team still. And then for Ultra Prime, I would focus on Hacker. I think Hacker can compete against June on the other side of the matchup. But also Zhao Caobao, I like him a lot, that he's back in the lineup. Maybe he'll be more motivated to show that he can actually compete against Rookie, one of the best mid laners in the LPL. So,
yep, we'll see what happens. Well, hey, guys, it's a 2-gamer, not as fun, but it is what it is. We're going to play anyway. If you've liked the video, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel down below. If you want to check out RotoWire, you can go to rotowire.com/try for a free 10-day trial. No credit card required. And then once you're signed up, rotowire.com/chat gets you into the subscriber Discord channel. Chan and I are in there talking. Chan's always dropping some good nuggets of information. So definitely check that out once you get signed up to the site. Chan, we'll catch you. I guess I'm not sure if I'll be on the video tomorrow. Going on vacation, so I might be gone until next Saturday. But we should have a video up with Chan and maybe a returning former host. So we'll see what happens. But Chan, good luck to you tomorrow. And I'll either talk to you tomorrow or I'll talk to you in about a week.
All right. Sounds good. Enjoy your vacation, Ethan. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.